This video is going to be a tier list update and talking about winning the guide and future content. So, 2.3.1, I won the game guide contest again, top 10. Like usual, thank you for following my guides. Unfortunately, there's a great travesty right now, okay? I only got the participation reward for the art contest, okay? I think it is a top 10 art piece, my ode calf submission. This is what I submitted for the calf art contest and how I won the participation award, okay? So I think this is the best art piece ever. Like, how can this not win? Look, there's Cassia saying poof. There's the sun. There's Calf with a gun shooting, and she has his hand here. Okay, those are her shoes, and that's a cactus. That's in the American flag, and she's shooting a gun. Rah rah, ooh la la. Get it, Lady Gaga? Rah rah, ooh la la. Da da do da da, da da do da da. I go bad romance. How can this not win? So I decided for the 2.3.2 patch, I put in more effort with my Pikmin art, and this is what I submitted. Please upvote and please say that this should win. Look at the art piece. Look at the masterpiece I get. I'm the modern day Picasso, okay? Look at this. You have Pikmin with his tongue out, like in the art. You have his hand, that's the purple, and all the art stuff. You know, all the colors. And that's his bucket of red paint. And he's painting a tree. He's the modern day Bob Ross. And look at his gargoyle legs, his monster legs, his pants, his white lab coat, his claw hands. These are claw hands. That's what I draw. His Senku hairstyle, anime hairstyle. I don't know how this cannot win. Okay? This is abstract art. Okay, on to serious. Let's talk about the tier list update. So I added Calf to the tier list. I added her to the general tier list for normal players because I rate her lower than A because for new players, not a lot of pulls, like fucking garbage Clem. Move her down here. She's fucking garbage. Holy shit, she's so bad. Like fucking garbage Clem, she needs at least E3 to function. And I don't think that's free to play friendly or friendly to players to DPS because Thorazine is weaker than her at E3, E3 to E3. She's stronger. But compared to Tawil, compared to Jellet, all these, she needs E3 to function as a unit. Not to do damage, to actually function and play her mechanic. It's absolute cancer. So that's why I rate her that row in general, because you can use her pulls elsewhere, but she's very good. That's why on the whale tier list, like fully maxed out, nothing, relative whale tier list, I actually need to fix this. Let me do this. So this is general because I need room for this. I need room. So I'm gonna put her here for now until I reorganize this. She's S tier. She's one of the strongest units whaled out. She's one of the strongest units in the game. I use her without none. She shits on Doracine. She shits on most of the characters here. She's probably the strongest damage dealer with the right setup if you whale her out. Same here. She is S tier without a doubt. Super strong. Way better than Dorothy. Way better. But new players, you won't have that much pulls to pull for her there. So that's her final place. Remember, I only add Awakers to the tier list after the banner's over to gather their usage in D-Tide and endgame content. See if anyone discovered any new builds for them that make them stronger or weaker. Or if they get buffed or nerfed. So she did not get anything changed, so she's still strong. She's just not playable at E0 to E2. Now, furthermore, there were buffs for Riker and 2 other standard units. This changes nothing. It is nice in Riker crit rate, but it does not push him up to S tier. He's still A tier. He's just a lot stronger with the 10 to 20% crit rate. Same with the other units they buffed. Like in that patch, which, you know, Lay got buffed a bit more. She does not move up from F. And remember, her buff is that it's now 1 to 2%. I think they buffed it to a whole 3%, maybe 3% strength per her stat. And you know how much of a meme that is? Anyone with half a brain knows how much of a meme it is. So let me pull up the lay buff. So this is what they added. Gain strength equal to 1% of lay attack that scales to 2%. So let me tell you the problem with maximum 2% of Lay's attack, permanent strength. So let me look at her attack stat. Guess what her attack stat is? Level 90, fully whaled out. We have people in the Discord who believe in Lay, who like Lay because Lay is waifu. It is 99. If your Lay is level 90, it is 99. It does not break triple digits if you whale her out. Yep. It does not break triple digits if you whale out a Lay. Now let's look at Aegis. Aegis is a little child, by the way, also level 60. Look at her attack stat. She's also a support, by the way. 120 attack stat. Let's look at another little small child. Feint. 80. Feint isn't even an attack unit. She's a def res defense unit. Lay has attack cards. Go back to Lay. 72. Little child who's on the brink of dying, who can't even walk. She just floats places. She can't even walk. She does more damage than Lay. She has more attack stat than Lay. So that's why this buff, this is 2 strength per card. 2 strength per card. Let's look at other Awakers. This is 2 permanent strength per card. Let's look at Tulu, my level 60 Tulu. Per card, 4 strength, 4 tentacle damage. Permanent. Let's look at my Miriam, level 60. 14. Oh, 4, 9, 18. Oh, that's not fair. You're using blue, one of the best realms in the game. Let's go to Ultra, one of the worst realms in the game. 15. 15. Her EXO, which I didn't level up, 3 out of 6. 6. Again, hers is 2. 2. Let's look at let's look more units. Maybe there's a unit. Daffodil, not invested, not leveled up. 5, 3. Who can give less strength than a Lay? Let's see here. Nope. Nope, 21 temporary. Nope, not her. Nope. Nope. Oh, look, Tink. Level 1 skill. 8. Pikmin. 12. Still 3. 3 times 30. Dies. Her 2 costs. 9. Let's go back to Lay. Let's go back to the Lay buff. Sorry I'm dragging this on, but I just want to emphasize how much the buff doesn't matter. Again, this is the buff right here. I'm not exaggerating. Oh, plus but flares. Lay strength generation effect 6%. It's like 10% at maxed out probably, right? Let's do the math here. Okay, it's 2%. Let's say you have a level 90 Lay. Use all your resources. 100 stack. You get 2 strength per card. Okay. 10% increase. That's a 0.2. 2.2. My math checks out. Oh, but what about the Soul Force talent? It goes up to 30%. That still okay. If all of that goes in play and you put in the calf wheel plus 12, you put in other strength wheels, you get a whopping 3 strength per card. I've used it. 3 strength per card, 3 permanent strength per card. It's massive. It's massive. S tier for sure. So yeah, it does not change why she's weak in the first place. Again, all they need to do change this to permanent, maybe reduce it, maybe give it 10 permanent strength, maybe give it 5 permanent strength, give it permanent, okay? Or, hear me out, I might be crazy, I might be crazy here, but maybe, just hear me out, hear me out. This grown adult woman shouldn't have less stats than a child. All of the children in the game, look at Tulu, look at Aurita, another child, look at Faint. I mean, that's the least I mean. She doesn't even do damage, she just heals. She has more attack than Lei. She doesn't even have damage cards at her skills. Look, are these damage cards? Do these do damage? No. This is her only damage card, her strike. She has more attack stat than Lei. Pharaohs? Yeah. Lily, another small child. Karen, same thing. Doesn't even have an extra attack card. Pandia, Nymph, every other unit in the game. She has factually the lowest stat in the entire game. It's not even close. It's not even choice. She has no HP, no defense, no attack stat. And let's look at her cards. Look at her special cards. Attack. And guess what it scales off of? Her attack stat. This is 5 out of 6, by the way. 30% of her attack. 30% of 0 is 0. Anyway, I'm sorry I ranted too long. It's content. I like ranting. That's my personality. Again, Riker buff, very good. His buff, 10% crit rate. It scales up to 20% crit rate. This sigil yield is still pretty good if you're playing God Riker. This is a buff to God Riker. This is not sigil yield for the entire exploration. This is sigil yield on the last hit. So if you pair up with a lot of last hit wheels, like with God Riker, like I showcased, like with Daffodil wheel and his wheel, then he will generate roughly 20 extra like it's 20 total, extra 20 total, like it's with all the sigil wheels and everything combined, he generates a decent amount of sigil. But this only matters to Whale Riker. If you aren't using God Riker, which I showcased in my video, which is extremely expensive Riker, I do not recommend it, but it's fun. It's fun, it deals God damage, and if you believe, you always roll a 6, you always roll a 6, you always roll a 6 in every single scenario, like, in every single case, you never miss, like in the song, then you will get a lot of money and a lot of strength. Most of you who play gachas are not gonna play God Riker right. You don't believe in the right God. I'm sorry. You just need to experiment with more gods IRL. Like, I'm Catholic. It's been working for me so far. Spoiler. If you're Muslim, if it works for you, switch to Muslim. Again, if you're Catholic and God Riker doesn't work for you, that means you didn't choose the right God. Maybe you try switching to the Norse gods, the Egyptian gods, any of the other gods, maybe a life sacrifice. Try it. You gotta experiment, okay? You can't, don't knock it till you try it. That's what I say, a good approach in life. So if Christianity isn't working out for you, try paganism. Try Wiccan. Try Scientology. Maybe it'll work. Try one of the cannibal religions. I don't judge. Whatever works to get you to hit high rolls in gachas. Okay? That is the secret to pulling high on gachas. Finding the right god you are attuned to. Now, without further ado, I'll showcase some of my D-Tide runs. I did an aurita run and I recorded a non-over-exalt to wheel run to show Blue Wheel can still run without it. Even without over-exalt Hamel. The only reason I have it is because, again, I had him +2 because of the random thing. I'd never used his over-exalt not once during the clip. So I'll play the 2 clips now. Fast forward. I might have already played it. Who knows? While I was narrating this, maybe I spliced my voice over the clip. I don't know what future flares would do. Future flares and current players and past players. We're all different entities, okay? So, that concludes this video. Thank you for your support on the guide contest. Next week, they're going to reveal the new Awaker is not G. Murphy. It got delayed because of the voice actress. It's going to be Ultra or Chaos. I cannot reveal more. It is a skip. I'm just going to say that. I'm probably going to skip it. I'm going to pull maybe one copy to make a video on it, and I'll borrow someone else's. Maybe I'll even borrow someone else's because I need to pull this for G. Murphy. G. Murphy is going to be a must pull because she's an S key Awaker. That is what I can tell you. She's an S key Awaker. And she's blue. She will go very well with Corporal Aurita. If you have Corporal Aurita, pull on G. Murphy. If you have any tentacle comp, if you have Tulu, pull on G. Murphy. If you have Murphy, pull on G. Murphy. If you use Blue Outlaw, pull on G. Murphy. She's going to be one of the strongest units in the game. Anyway, concludes this video. See you guys next.